With many of my kinesiology clients, we've been doing the human blueprint balances. So, what are the human blueprint balances? They're a series of balances that were co-created with Dr. Charles Krebs and Serial and Amanda Randell Brown. So she channeled some information and is using, blending the hologram that we work with in kinesiology with this other information that she received. And it was all about how we have our DNA level on the physical level, but in our um, astral body, in our energetic bodies, we've got these multidimensional layers where we have all this information as well that we can access. So this is information that can be from our previous incarnations or the other lifetimes we've had, whether they are on this earthly plane or across other planes. And they can also be from passed down from our ancestors through the ancestral lineage. So it's been very interesting exploring this with my clients. We've been working on patterns that have been very hard for them to break. Some of them have been repeated cycles, not noticing that they're in this cycle again. Some of them have been issues they've had since they were a child, and really having it affect them with where they're trying to go in their life now. So a lot of these people, these clients of mine, have tried to address these issues from different angles through different healing modalities, and like being able to get somewhere with it, but haven't quite really been able to get to the bottom of it. And what's been really interesting with the clients that I've been seeing is that when we come to the point of finding the core belief that needs to be reprogrammed, it's always something that the client relates to, even though it's usually the core belief has come from like an ancestor, like even if it's come from an ancestor, it can also be from the soul journey, but if it's come from an ancestor, it's something that they still relate to. So it's something that they have are seeing how it's been playing out, and now realizing, oh, maybe it didn't actually come from me. Um, and like even just that realization can be like, oh, it's not just me. It's like, as in, it's like I'm not the problem. That can kind of be a sense of relief that comes through. But it's when it's part of your soul journey, then it is something that you've experienced before, and it's like, oh, it's still happening, it's still coming through, and it's kind of like this sense of um, just a lot of it's a sense of like being tired of it, like feeling like surely we've learnt the lesson now. Surely, like why is this still coming through? And especially with the clients I've been working with lately, a lot of the stuff that's been coming through has actually been quite old stuff. So whether that's really going back, we've gone back like 20, 30 generations. Some it's even been like possibly like the dawn of time, the first humans on Earth. It's been that really heavy old energy. And then same with the soul journey. A lot of it hasn't been or a lot of it's been the existences on Earth, but then there's also been the existences in different realms. So whether that's in the angelic realm, whether it's been on a different planet, a different realm that we haven't been able to name what it was. It's been very illuminating. It's been very eye-opening, and it's been very don't know what word I want to use here. It's for myself, it has been quite an honor to be allowed the privilege to work with these clients and I guess really get under the covers, so to speak, and really get to that it's like the old stuff that you really try to sweep away and try to push down. And it's like, especially with the ancestral stuff, it's like they've been pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down. Um, and it's only now that it's coming up. And the reason I believe it's only now coming up is because we are the cycle breakers. My passion is to be helping the cycle breakers that know that they're here to work with the mission to anchor in the new earth energy in this time. They know that they're here to raise the future, whether that is through the new earth and doing what they need to for the earth, or whether it's through being parents and knowing that their children are here to do big things. And it's to do any of that, we need to break these cycles of just all the limiting programming, the limiting beliefs that hold us back from being our true selves, from accessing our true selves. And I guess the other reason why it's been going so far back in time with the work I've been doing is because the clients I've been working with, they are the self-healers. They are the ones that have been doing the work for a while, and they are ready for the next level. So that's why the work that what's coming up in the work that we do is so old, because you've chipped away at I guess, the surface level, which, not to say it's not meaningful at all, because it all matters. We need to work through the layers. There's just so many layers to work through. And it's through you having done the work to work through that top layer that I'm able to get in deeper and really get down into whatever that sludge is that's really blocking you, holding you back. So I very much want to, if you're listening to this, then know that it's because you are feeling the pull to do this deeper work, and don't feel discouraged that you haven't been able to get anywhere, because you have been doing the work, you have been making improvements, you have been growing, you have been expanding, you have been bringing in more of yourself, or being releasing more, so that you can start to bring in more of yourself. And that's the other thing that the blueprint does, is once we find that, going deep and find what it is that's really blocking you, we reprogram it with these new beliefs, and then we anchor it in with these different pairs of acupoints that we hold on your body to really anchor that blueprint in and bring more of your true self back to you, to make you whole. Because that's the whole thing. That's why we're here. We're here to make ourselves whole again. We've been so fragmented through all of our experiences through this lifetime and other lifetimes, and so have our ancestors. So it's clearing all of that so that we can pull back what needs to come back with this, with it being cleared, it's able to come back in the true essence of what it is, and come back in so it's free of any distortions, so that we can actually harness it the way that we need to. And that's how we are then able to create the life that we are trying to create, that we've been trying and pushing and pushing and pushing. And we can still do the work, but there doesn't need to be this push anymore. We can just do what needs to be done, and then allow what needs to happen and unfold, and trust that we have done what we needed to do, and the rest will happen, because we are co-creating with the universe, and we'll know when we need to take action again, and when we get to have a rest. And it's just that beautiful ebb and flow. So it's all about bringing you back into that that resonance with that true harmony, that inner harmony that is yourself, and bringing all of that into balance. And that is, in essence, what these Human Blueprint series are. There's 3 or 4 sessions that I call the series. So in the first one, we do your core beliefs, and then in the second one, if you're quite sensitive, then I like to do the aura realignment. Sometimes that may come first. It depends if you're if you're quite sensitive and always splitting off, always disassociating, always, I guess, up there and not really in your body, we need to bring you into this body because we are here to anchor in all that we are into this earth, to bring this into this earth. And that's then how we're able to spread our light. And it can be hard for some. And I'm not saying that it's all going to be rosy and easy, but it is going to be beautiful once you do make your way through the other end. And so, yeah, so the traumas that you have experienced in your life may make it hard for you to want to be in your body, but we're able to, with this the celestial circuit, we're able to, it takes it to a deeper level, to what we've done before, if you've had kinesiology done, and it just really just brings you back in, and it's got the structural stability as well as the light body stability, so it's working with the physical as well as working with your soul frequency, so that's where it's really able to harness you into both places, because we are two. We are the physical body and we are our spiritual body, our energetic body. And it's all about bringing them into harmony together and always staying together. Um, in session 3 or 2, depending if you needed the or a realignment or not, is the chromosomes, and that's working out which chromosomes may be carrying some blocks. And I love this bit because that's where we get to look at if it's in excess yin or excess yang. And a lot of the clients I've been seeing have been a lot of excess yin, which is a lot of the people pleasing, and that's something I've definitely experienced in my life. So I like I just like seeing, like, oh yeah, I used to do that. It's like been very refreshing to me. Like, oh yeah, I can see where that's come from as well. And then having these conversations with people that have been down the same path that I've been down, and we're, like I keep saying, I'm a recovering people pleaser, so it takes a lot of work to step out of that space, and yeah, the more layers we clear, it helps. And obviously, yeah, then finding out that it could be in the chromosomes, and that's driving the energy as well. It's really takes it down to a whole new level. Then in the final session, I find this one to be the most potent, the most transformative, the most big energetic shifts happen in this one. And this is where we work with the miasms, and we find which miasm is at play. These miasms have consciousness, so their consciousness is what calls in the diseases or the health issues, the physical issues, as well as the mental issues, and it calls them all in, like, to disrupt your harmony, and it just really does, because it's consciousness, it does have a life of its own, so it can really spread. And it's something that has been interesting, that I've been finding it's definitely passed through that ancestral lineage, but I've also been finding out it's also out of its own frequency as well, because it's been passed. I've found ones where it's been passed down, not necessarily through blood relations, but still family. So that's been very interesting. And through this, we also then find out which chromosomes are carrying the miasm, and then we also find which core beliefs are or emotions are the hook that has allowed the miasm to hook in, so to speak, and that's what's connected you to it as well. And then we're able to clear it all. And it's when I am working with my clients, I am doing the kinesiology balances, but when it comes to the if the like finding out where it came from, whether it's ancestral or soul, I dip into the quantum field, and I say dip in because I dip in with my hands and I get a feel for the energy, and I try to weave together the story that was at play that created the um, the emotion or the belief that's been carried through. And then at the end of the session, after doing the correction with the kinesiology, I check back in after we've reprogrammed the core beliefs and the patterning, and I check back in, and it's always amazing to feel how dense the energy was beforehand, and then just how free it feels. And it's just, yeah, it's just so liberating. And I know that part of my work is to liberate consciousness. So to be doing it at this level has been really exciting for me. It's been very interesting. Again, like what's been coming through with the miasms has been a lot of old stuff. So it's like the more of this old baggage that we can just put down and release, that like it's so old, like why do we even have it? And we can just put it down, and then that frees us up to take on what it is that we want, or to take on more of who we are and who we have been throughout all of our lifetimes. And then we get to access our memories, our wisdom, our gifts, and bring that all in. And again, anchoring that in, and then creating the life that we want. And it's, yeah, been amazing, and I love these balances so much. Definitely my favorite kinesiology balances to do. So if you are interested in booking a session, please reach out. You can send me a message on socials, you can email me, or you can head onto my website and you can book a session. And yeah, I really look forward to working with you and exploring the multidimensionality of all that you are. So thank you.